So, yeah, this class is being recorded, and we'll just go straight into it. So for today, basically every Sunday, we just basically go into um we're just going to one topic, one use case of AI, and just try to do something out where you basically just see, okay, yeah, AI can also be used in this particular um. How do you put? Can you try to mute your mic? Your yeah. Okay, okay, yeah. So thank you. So basically every Sunday we call it free workshop. It's just a workshop where basically we try to break down a use case of AI in a particular niche or in a particular profession in a career. Because the goal of this class of the is actually to transform your career with AI. Whereas whatever you are, wherever you are doing, whichever work you are doing, you yourself can actually implement AI in your day-to-day activities and in your work activities. So that is just the goal of our workshops. And I'll start by sharing my screen now, and we can start working on something. So today, as I said before, just basically master class where you are seeing how you can actually implement AI into websites. So let me just share this. Let me share my screen. So let me just yeah. So this is one of the platforms you might have heard about if you're into building AI. So basically you know about AI solutions and so on. But this is a platform which we use in making AI automation. And recently I shared a website on people to sign up for the class. This was built using a AI coder. Um, and you can see this is just the old stuff, basically telling you to transform your career with AI in 8 weeks. Join all this is built using an AI coder, and you can see this. You can see how all this actually works. So that's actually not the main goal of today, but this, for me, I always believe is when you build something out and try to break it down for people, then it becomes easier for you to actually understand what I'm trying to say. So I build this out. You can see the animations and so on. And after building this out, now we have people actually signing up from different countries. People in the US, um, people in Canada, people in the UK actually signing up for for this class. Now once they come in here and they want to sign up, we don't have Stripe integrated. I don't have a Stripe account. If I had a Stripe account, I could just basically once they fill out their information and they basically submit, then they should look to a Stripe payment link where they can actually pay using the link from wherever the country they are, since they have Stripe. But since I don't have Stripe, then we have to come up with another method. And this is one of the ways AI automation is very, very helpful. It's very, very extremely helpful. Because now I'm not able to build this whole website. This whole website is not connected to this automation here landing page. It's connected to this automation here, which is landing page. You can let me get this load up. It's connected to this automation here, and what the automation does is that so based on the country you filled out on the website, it will show you the country payment information. It will send that it here. Look at all these stuff here. Based on your selection on the website, it will come over here, do a quick run, and actually send you the appropriate account number to actually make a transfer to on the website. Now, this is extremely, extremely powerful. When doing this manually before, you have to actually add code all these features. Now, If I did it manually before, you can see I basically have how many account numbers connected here. Nigeria, US, UK, and India. Actually, have five account number connected here. If I had done this manually, the old method, if I had let me just admit can you hey Bukumi, it's nice to have you today. Yeah, so as I was saying before, building a particular website before, and you now want to build out these particular features I just did. I have Nigeria account number, US, UK, and Indian and international. Now, for me to actually do this before without having an automation, I have to actually add code all this stuff. I have to actually add code all this stuff. That as soon as someone select this information, they return this information. And if I want to add more to it, it becomes very, very hard to actually add more to it. But now with automations, we can actually combine a lot of stuff together. Now this whole website here is combined with this automation here. And based on whatever I'm filling out here, it turns the appropriate account number. So let's just give this a quick run. Let me just say Jamie Saliu, address, email address, WhatsApp number. Just do this. Close 234913159. And I click on next steps. I choose my city, maybe I just do this. I choose my role, engineer. Just keep this. I choose my level, say beginner, and your learning goals. Choose three. How do you about us? What a community? And I click on secure. Okay, let me do this. So now we should get a run here. So I click on when I click on secure, you see a new run here. I click on secure my connection. Now you should see a new run here. You see now. You see one September 7th. Now this will return a bank information. You can see this now. Welcome, Jamisal. You your spot is up for 3 hours. Twitter, this copy and email instructions. In case you don't accept you don't want, you can basically copy and actually do crypto. So I've made the payments. You can basically see all this information. Now let me go back to the automation and click on this. So once I click on this, let's actually see this in real time. So now we are going to see all what I selected on the form on the website. Full name, email, WhatsApp number, city, Nigeria, organization. You can see all this information. All the information selected on the website. Now, once you click on submit, it came here. The automation ran, and because I choose Nigeria, which was my country, it actually returned a Nigeria account number to the website to display to me. It returned a Nigeria website to the website display to me, and as soon as it did that, it also added the person to Google Sheets. Let me open this up. So all these are what we call some kind of customer relationship management. Now you can see this 2597. This is you can see this now. My name, Nigeria, engineer, beginner, career advancement, all what I chose. Career creative project, personal interest, the amount and the reference. It had me into Google Sheet actually telling me as the business owner that hey, someone just filled out your form and these are their information. You that filled out the form who basically know your information has been collected, you just know okay, yeah, I filled out the form because I want to make payments. But now you filled out the form and a lot of people have the people that have filled out the form, I get their information here. So for each people that actually filled out the form, I actually get their information here in real time. If we have 100 people actually filling out, I'm going to the website to sign up every day, then I will get everybody information over to this Google Sheet here. And as soon as I get that information, what the automation also does is that as soon as they submit, it adds them to the Google Sheet. And as soon as it adds them to the Google Sheet, it sends them an email saying, um, let me show you the email I got also. If most you can after this class, you can just try playing with the website just to see how it works. But basically, you also get an email saying, let me go to my email. So this will call a kind of customer journey with websites. People who are actually doing this before formally before, they have to actually have to add code all this. And even after add coding all this, they have to use external software to send email automation, send them email confirmation and so on. So you can see I actually got this email recently. So you can see I actually let me just admit someone in. So yeah, so you can see this was the email I got. As soon as I fill out the form, a payment as soon as I fill out the form and the payment method is generated to me, instantly I'm getting it also in my email. Welcome to AI career transformation payment instructions. You can see how beautiful this is. HTML. This beauty in an HTML. Important collect complete payment in 48 hours to secure your spot. Bank transfer details. You can see this alternative payment method. Once I click on contact support, it takes me to my partner um information where you can actually send them. You can see let me just open this. So you can see this now. So once I click continue to chat, you can see I want to pay with crypto for the AI training. All these are just being automated in the backend. Now you just click on things and you just taking directly to the person you should be reaching out to. So all these are very, very important for businesses. Businesses pay a lot for this. Your next step, join WhatsApp group. I click on join, it takes me to their WhatsApp group here. You can see this. So a lot of all this formation are just being done in the back end. Need help, what you are getting, 8 weeks, all this stuff here. So the main goal for today is actually showing you what can be achieved with AI. For me personally, I believe in any space there is a need for an AI. In any particular space, there's always something for any niche. I just did just now. You all saw this. I filled out the form, selected Nigeria. I got my information added to the Google Sheets, and I got sent an email. I got sent an email with the information to actually make payments to, with a lot of links to join the group and to actually make the payments and so on. So all these are very, very important for businesses. And personally, I get a message for anyone saying new student registration, Germany salary country. So for everyone that sign up through my website or through the website, I get an instant notification. Hey, just got a new student that signed up. And all these are what businesses want. These are the exact system businesses want. They don't just want a beautiful website. They want a beautiful website that gives them real-time analytics, because that is what they are paying for. That's exactly what they are paying for. So let's run this again. Let me start running this again. So these are example of ways you can actually build things that actually convert. Once let me run this again and choose maybe US. Let me choose another country. Let me choose any name. So email just put anything here. When without the use of an automation, you have to actually add code all this. And after add coding, you need to have a software that will start sending the emails on your behalf to prospect saying, hey, you signed up, hey, we saw you sign up for the master class and so on. But now with the use of AI, with the use of AI and automations, you can basically do all of that without having to actually use any external software, just with your website and a landing page. So I click on next steps. Let me go back. I think I need to actually choose another country. So you can see the automation also working in progress also. For other countries, if I have to choose other countries and so on. So this is just a customer journey. You this is a customer journey automation. You as a website developer or as a vibe coder and so on. You want to build out a website, you should have a lot of backend notification that will actually show what is converting and who actually converted. This is what I personally sell to businesses. Now you come onto the landing page, you actually fill out the information. Let me just fill out the information again, just for you to actually understand how this whole stuff works. So I fill out my information. I just do some kind of random information here. Just do them 86. Now I go to next. I choose middle thing United States, going through maybe AI experts. Next steps, knowledge level intermediate, business research, and I click on secure my support. Now we should see the automation running again here. You see another request coming for the payment details to be actually be displayed on the website. Okay, this is required. Social media. Click on secure my spot. Now we should see another request coming here. Now you are seeing this. This will now return the appropriate bank information for the app, for the website to display to the user. Now you can see this. You can see Andrew tells your support user for 48 hours, $70, lead bank, Jam salary, payment information, copy, and so on. And this is very, very important for businesses. When doing this kind of process for formally in the past, you have to actually add code all this into it. And it won't be easy to actually add new values. Now I can come in here into the automation. You can see what I for this new run. Let's just see it. For this new run, you're just going to see the same processes. It went through. I got an email. I got all the information. You can see all what I selected on the website, all this information. And that means to determine which bank account should be returned on the website interface to the user. And these are very, very important. Like I can't stress the importance of this enough. Now I'm in UK, I come to your website, I can select UK as my country, United Kingdom as my country. Now I have automation that will return a United States account number to you on the front end without you even having to know there's a backend to the website or so on. And all these are very, very important in any businesses. Now let me come in here and add maybe okay, let me just do this. Let me come in here, go to editor. Let's play with this. Let's play with this. So let's come in here and add another switch node. So what is switch nodes? And you can just see how it works. That based on the country selected. Let me show you. Let's go to executions. Let's break this down a little bit. Let's copy to editor. Yeah. So now let me just kind of explain how all this works to you. So as soon as I click on proceed to checkout or any secure my spot $70. As soon as I click that, what happens is that the website sends information over to my N810. It sends information over to my N810 and actually waits for my N810 to return information which is going to display to the user. Now I assure you this is extremely powerful, extremely powerful. For me to actually be able to do this, I fill out a form on the website. The website actually send it over to my backend to actually wait for an information to display to the user. This is next gen stuff with combination with websites and and a backend that will pull out dynamic data because we call this dynamic data. You actually don't know where the user is coming from, don't know what user is going to fill out in your form. But as soon as they fill the form, they actually get the right information reaching out to them based on the data they actually inputted into your website. And all this is very, very important. So now you can see all the information I basically filled. I won't be talking more on this, you can see my time zone. On my time zone, I basically use Los Angeles time zone. My time is basically saying 11:19 now. It was able to capture my time zone, my timestamp, the what you hear about us, development, and all the information. So yeah, each website you visit can actually kind of based on your time zone can get information about where you are and so on. So based off the information I filled out, I got a US account number determined. So this is just the rule here. One thing about this is switch node here. It's just an anything. We can do the same thing on make.com also. Just saying if the country AI automation, you don't need to actually you don't need to have any knowledge of coding. I'll actually tell you, you don't need to have any knowledge of coding. You can this is why the AI revolution is one of the um craziest development currently now. One of the craziest development going on now. You can you can make money off it without even knowing how to code a little bit. So this is just next gen level currently where people are actually people like myself and some other people are actually in it making money for themselves or um just making tons of dollars. So what this switch notes does is that based off the information you feel, do this, output this. Now I'm saying as soon as someone fill out Nigeria, I drag it from here country, I drag it here. You can see this is just the same thing. As soon as someone fills out Nigeria, I want you to actually come to this first part there. As soon as someone fill out US, you can see this match actually rejects. Someone may decide to not fill out US, United States. Someone may decide to write USA. Someone may decide to write US. Someone may decide to write America. So regardless of whatever they wrote, it will still be able to match. Okay, this person actually from the US. So now you can see if someone filled out in their country, Indian, it goes here. So this is just how it basically works. So I'm going to actually add another. Let's add another option. Let's kind of add another option. Just drag this and let's add an option that if someone fills out let's add another someone fills out maybe what country should I use? Maybe Ethiopia or Utopia. If someone fills out Utopia now, let's just do this. So now we have you can see once I created a new one, you can basically see it showing another output as out 5. Output. So you can see it. I just renamed it to Utopia just to actually make this clearer. Now we just did another one that as soon as someone filled out Utopia on this is just for practice, but we're going to run it and you're going to see how it basically works. I just did that now that as soon as someone fills out Utopia, then I want you to actually do this. So let's just copy this. Let's copy this again. Let me just copy this Indian duplicate and just copy it here. One thing about AI automation is you don't need to actually just drag this here. It's very very easy. Just know how to it's just basically traditional method of automation. Whereby just if this happened, this should happen. This is just the whole process of an automation. It's nothing too complicated. If this happened, then this is what I want should happen. Now I'm basically doing it on the automation on the back end that as soon as someone submits Utopia as their country on the website, I want it to actually go through this. I want this to actually happen. So let's just do this. Let's connect this bucket. Let's connect this back here and we are done. We are basically done. It should return an Indian account number if we choose Utopia on the website now. So I'm just going to run that again. So now let's go to executions and see. So let's come to the website again, refresh, and try to select Utopia now. You should return an Indian um account number for us to actually fill. Change Utopia. Now we should probably come here and see this. You can see this run already. You see now we are getting an Indian account number because we selected Utopia. And this is as I said before, this is very, very powerful. Just because I just went to the back end, switched it up a little, that as soon as someone fills out Utopia, then I want it to actually return an Indian account number. And this is very, very powerful for any businesses. Now I can the difference between actually doing this manually, coding and coding is that before you actually have to code this in manually. You have to actually code everything, all this information which I have here, all these payment details which I have here. You actually have to add code everything into the website itself. And once you want to add new information into the website, it becomes harder for you. You actually go into the code again and start coding new payment information. But now with combining a full website with an automation backend, just like I did now, I can now add multiple each time I basically want to I have a new account details. I can come in here, change things up, continue adding for each country. Maybe I suddenly get a Ghana account number. I want people to Ghana to do account transfer to. I can basically come into the website and add another route saying Ghana, just the same thing we just did here. Let me just do this exactly the same thing we did here. Let me show you the execution. Now you can see just because I choose Utopia, you can see this. Just because I choose Utopia, it came down this route and actually displayed the information back to the website, which is this, which is basically this. So this is how this whole system actually works with the use of AI automations, AI AI in websites, in platforms, in businesses, in CRMs and so on. These are how the whole system is actually interacting with each other. This is how actually the whole system is being interacting with each other. I click on submit. As soon as I click on submit, it goes to here, and based on what I chose on the website, it basically just goes through that route and basically send those information back to the user on the UI. Now people actually going into the different websites. You don't Website is beautiful on its own, but it won't convert without the payment details. People fill out the form, it won't convert without the payment details. That is just the truth about it. But now with all this information, I've now been able to actually segment it. It's called segmentation. I've now been actually able to be able to segment that whatever the user chose on the website, as soon as they click on submit, it actually comes into a webbook here. And let me just explain all this to you guys. So what a webbook means is a URL that as soon as this information has been submitted, send those information over to this URL. As soon as information has been submitted, send those information over to this URL. This URL is this is the URL here. This is the URL here. I basically just copy this URL and give it to the website. This URL is embedded at the back end of this website. That as soon as someone fills out information, and this is the particular as soon as someone fills out their information, I want you to send those information over to this URL and also wait for a response before actually displaying. That is just the whole automation aspect here. As soon as someone comes to your website, fills out information, the information based on what they filled out, the information is now being returned to them on the UI. The AI, the website itself doesn't have those information to display. Once it gets the information, it literally send it over to your backend and waits for your backend to send those information back to the UI. This is the one of the ways people are actually making money off website building now. People are actually building websites. They don't have to actually code all their stuff. They can make it dynamic, and as soon as um the one thing I discover working for clients is that clients always want more. Once you have actually work on projects where basically I've delivered the project and clients will say, wow, this worked wonderfully well. Can't we add this? Can't we add this? It becomes very bulky for you. You after you've structured, build out the real stuff, structured your data flow, and now you have the client suddenly telling you, I want to add this, I want to add this. Becomes very bulky for you. But now with AI and AI automation, you can basically build out the whole front end, and the back end should be on an automation, basically where whenever they fill out an information, they get this information in return. So this is one of the ways you can actually implement AI in wherever you are in your businesses, in basically in marketing and so on. So yeah, so let me just break down this whole automation for you guys step by step, so you guys can actually see how it works. On the website, your processes on the website here, once you click on submit, what it does is that it sends all those information over to this URL here. And what this URL does, once as soon as it gets information, it actually decides which automation. Decides that based off what your country, it can be based off your time zone, it can be based off your name, it can be based off your number, it can be based off your city, and based off any of the information you submitted here. But I did it based off country because that is what my target I'm targeting countries that based off this country, I want to actually return this payment information. So this is just how the whole flow is. Based off this country, you can see this. As soon as someone submits a country which is Nigeria and wants to actually move here, if you submitted Ethiopia, you see this was marked here. This condition is true for the first input. Because we submitted into Ethiopia, you can see it marks this condition as true. So what this does is that this switch nodes that based off the input of the user, route to this particular aspect, route to this particular output. We'll call it output. Your input will determine your output. It's just as easy as that. The input will determine the output. Once you start making automation, you actually try to when you start making AI automation for business for clients, you actually try to define the user input wherever they're coming from. Maybe I'm making a form, a website to actually collect review. These are some of the things I've done for businesses that as soon as they rate your businesses 2 stars review, it doesn't get published to your Google. It doesn't get published. Instead of that, you have an email going out to them saying, hey, we saw you rated us, we rated us 2 out of 5. What's going on? What went wrong? And so on. Now, instead of having everything go directly to your Google review and start showing on your website on your Google review, which actually damage your reputation, your SEO reputation. You can have an automation like this also. As soon as someone fills out a Google review, maybe a form review, which is why I say you have to actually define your user input so you can control their output. Once you give them a form to actually send you a review, and the form was 2 stars, you can now make an automation saying based on the user input, you should get the information here. As soon as it's 2 stars, you can put let me just do this here. You can see different ones there. You can see let's go to the editor. Let's go to editor. So you can, if it's based off reviews, you can see greater than, if it's number, greater than 2, greater than 3, less than 2, less than 3, greater than or equal to. You can do greater than or equal to. Once it's less than or equal to 3, you want to send them an email saying what happened. We saw you rated our service 2. What happened? How can we help? How can we make it better? These are a use case. These are use cases. Can you actually just string up your clients and make sure everything is working with the client aspect and on your end without actually damaging your reputation. You can make it if number of their reviews greater than 3, 4, 5, then you want it to actually go publish on your on your web page or your Google review on Google. But if it is less than 3, you don't want it to actually go on your Google review. And instead of that, you just want to follow up with them and know what went wrong and how you can make it better. You follow up with them, they don't know you get they won't know it didn't get published. And that is a win for you because some customers can be very more than annoying, which you don't have to actually handle that, or you don't have to be scared of pleasing them to actually make your businesses work, or scared of them writing bad reviews about you. They submit the review which is less than 3, you're just reaching out to them, you're not publishing that, you're about reaching out to them, hey, what was wrong? So that is one of the use case for it. But this is just mine, just based on country. Based on your country, you selected on the website, it gives you the appropriate bank information to actually make it transfer to. We'll be covering more in depth on this on the other classes we'll be running. But today is just a Sunday workshop where we show you things that actually works and how they work, because this is very important. We don't show you things that actually work, we show you how they work. So let me open this code node, which is called a code node, basically just a JavaScript node. So this is just your information there. You don't need to actually know all this. You can use an AI ChatGPT to write all this. This is just something can ChatGPT to write all this. So contact input, it takes all the input information, writes. These are all the information being sent over to the front end. As soon as you click on submit, this is the information being sent over. You can let me just show you guys this. Let me fill out this form again. I actually want to explain the output of those information and how it came about. Let me do, just run. Now once I click on submit, let me unpin this. So now once I click on secure my support, you should see return a US because it's selected United States. So let me just show you guys how this works. So copy to editor. And yeah, you can see this was dual run based of the country I chose. I was able to know, okay, yeah, this person is from the US and was able to return that information back to the UI. So this is just what was returned. You can see this source true, user data. What this code node basically does is that you can see a lot of this. Let me just kind of explain this the whole function of this code node, just to actually get all those data and actually use it to split. You can see the first name. I split the first name to uppercase. You can see. Let me just show you this. This is just the first name here. You can see welcome to Jam Usalio. All these are just being done here on the back end here. Splits, full name splits to uppercase. Reference. The reference you saw on the website, which is this. This is generated using timestamp. It's nothing special here. Let me just explain it to you. Just if you want to make a transfer, actually use this reference to make your transfer. This is just generated on the website. So you can see this AI first name date AI hyphen dollar first name and this is just JavaScript. You can write this with ChatGPT, I'll show you. And the date now, the current timestamp of today's date. I'm not sure you're familiar with timestamp, but timestamp just mean in computer languages of current date since 1970. So yeah, this is just the timestamp of dates now. You will see this now. AI and automatically just pull out the first name dynamically and the current timestamp. Let me check this timestamp now on Google and just pick it up and go to ChatGPT and try to just check this timestamp. So you can see this also. ChatGPT is actually getting the month wrong, but was able to get to a Sunday on so you can basically see this timestamp and so on. So that is just actually referencing it to a payment that before you make this payment, these are the timestamp for you to actually reference. It is not anything special. It's just being generated in real time. Each time a person fills out information, it's automatically generated using JavaScript. You don't need to actually learn how to use JavaScript. You can use AI to write this. It's not something um so you can see this the new date, sources, full name, true. So for the information I just filled out now, this was the output of the code. This is just this isn't even a full code. It's just a JavaScript with me just referencing data conversion and trying to return a JSON which will be returned to the UI. So you can see this true username, email, country, all this information will be returned to the UI, which is why you see this. Which is why you see this on the information. All this information will be returned to the UI. You can see the payment details, method, wire transfer ACH. You can see this wire transfer ACH details. This is just all this information here. USD amount, just USD amount. You can see all this information here. All this information will be returned in real time. Account number, the routing number, account number, the routing number, and all this information. If we can copy this information until information has been copied. You can email instruction, but it has already been emailed. So this is just how all these are just being done. And automatically, since we just want to create a kind of urgency, it just says you have 48 hours to pay and actually calculates 48 hours from that time actually which you filled out the form. I just return that on the UI also saying you have 48 hours to complete. And on my email, you should see I got a 48 hours calculated ahead for me. Payment deadline 2025/99. Today is 7. Able to calculate 2 days from now. You can make this payment deadline better. Maybe you want to have it in a particular time zone or based off their time zone they submitted also. You can also make that. I left mine in UTC, but that is something you can also do. So those information here, just on being returned on the website here, on the backend is just being returned to the UI. And you see that you personally filling out the website on the website, you don't actually feel anything happen. You don't feel it take anything longer, but it's actually something that is very, very wonderful because within seconds you have the payment account to actually make a transfer to. I can see the confirmation email, the messages here through cryptocurrency. We also accept USDT, TRC20 payments, Bitcoin, and Ethereum. Contact support wallet address. These are just the information. These are just all this stuff here. Contact support for wallet address. As soon as I click on contact support, it takes me to my partner and WhatsApp DM. So these are ways you can actually you can see these are just how I just build it out. Once you click on support, it takes you to the DM and next steps, confirmation email, WhatsApp group, and support number. So all these are just being returned to the UI, and the UI is able to know how to use this information. And when you are this, why the UI is able to know how to do this information is that basically you have this structure of this information on the UI already. You've given it to the back to this to the website that when you submit this information will be returned to you in this particular structure. In this particular structure. Let me show you the secret to this. Let me show you the secret to this. Now let me just show you this. You can see Nigeria payment details. Let me open this. It is in the same structure. The same structure, the bank transfer, name, bank transfer, full name, all this. It's the same structure with the US name, a route number, this an array. The same structure with UK, the same structure with the Indian. So you're basically telling the front end that no matter what information the user submitted, you will receive information in this structure. Display that information accordingly. And this is where the whole process is at. If you're able to send your information but you can't get information over to your website, it becomes useless. That is why you have to actually structure your output. You can see all this based off the UK, the Indian, all are just being structured in a similar way. All of them, you can see all of them are being structured in a similar way. None of them. So the UI basically understands, it don't get confusing. The UI is not able to get those information and actually use it in presenting um the UI is not able to get those information and use that in actually presenting it to the user that okay, yeah, this is the information which was to be returned. Each each information is structured the same way. You can see the sources through username, data, full name, WhatsApp number. All this information are being structured accordingly based off what the user filled in. So this is how basically how you build out stuff like this. Because now we want each information, each output to be structured the same way. So it will be easier for the UI to actually know, yes, these are the information being returned, and these are the information I should display. The UI is not it's not an AI, it's not it's just having this complete structure already in the backend. And as soon as you receive this information, you just substitute it into okay, yeah, this is the bank information, this is how it is to appear and so on. When I was making the UI, I already did um give you this structure already in the backend, and this is what make it very, very interesting. You come to the yeah, you make out your structure here, copy it, copy this, and just tell copy this, um copy this, paste it into your AI, maybe coder. If you're not using AI coder, you know how to code. I basically use an AI coder to build this. You can see this is built on Lovable. I'm sure most of you know about Lovable. This is built using an AI coder. I paste it in my AI coder, telling it I will always return information structured in this manner. My information will only be structured in this manner. So once you give it to tell your AI that, or basically you know how to code and you actually do that, your AI is not able to make it some kind of container. You can see each time I submit the form, each time I submit each of these form, you can see the payment details keep appearing in one particular structure. The information that just keep changing. It keep appearing in one particular structure, in one specific structure. And this is how it is all done in the backend. In the website backend, the information it is structured already, but the values are missing. So each time you submit an information, the values are just being returned and it's just being replaced on the structure already it has on the back on the website. And this is just how everything goes. I can keep on filling this form and filling this form, and I'll keep on getting different payment information. We already did that already. We tested Utopia and so on. So this is just how everything works. You can see this. And one interesting thing I also did was that when making automation, there's what we call a fallback. I did a kind of fallback that if no one actually chose any of this information we did, like they didn't select, okay, let me just run that. Let me run that. If any of those people coming in actually select Utopia, didn't select US, didn't select Canada, didn't select Nigeria, actually did the full bank information to actually display to them. So let me show you that also. Let me just do that. Let me delete this. We already tested this already. So I just did a kind of automation here that as soon as someone did not fill out their information, or basically they fill out the information and it wasn't any of these Indian, USA, Nigeria, UK, it wasn't any of that, then I still want something should be displayed on the UI. I don't want it to error. And this is just how you build automation. This is how you build automations that actually sell for clients. Maybe personally for yourself or for clients, this is how you build something that actually works. So now I did a fallback here. You can see this fallback I've put here. I'm saying as soon as you can see, just actually setting a fallback that when there's no information on, when none of this information is being selected, any of the information I want is being selected, then I want you to actually do this. Actually, I want you to actually go down this route. Just something as easy as that. So now I'm just going to go in back here. Let me unpin this and try to maybe choose Morocco or maybe just any country else, maybe Ghana or yeah. Let's try to do any other country. Which executions? Let's wait for it. Go to the landing page. Let's refresh this. Now let's particularly refresh. Let's go and select another country. Let's use next. Let's use Middle Town, Morocco. Current through yeah. Next website beginner career personal interest. How do you about those social media? I click on secure. Now you see a new run coming here. Okay, new run running. It ran for 6.239 seconds. You as you on the front end waiting won't see it as it won't see it took any won't see it took long. 6.239 is very very fast, extremely fast. I was able to return, you can see return an international payment information. Return an international payment information, saying for people to actually pay in euros, since none of those information was actually there. I didn't come in here now, you can see. Let me just go this. This is just a fallback now. When you're building automation, you have to actually have a fallback. It went through the international route, because I provided Morocco, and I didn't actually define any of the Morocco on the automation. The automation, I didn't define Morocco here. I didn't define any of this. So because I specified Morocco in the country, it's not able to still return a payment information to this to do a transfer to, which is in euros. It was able to return a payment information for me to actually make a transfer to, which is in euro. You can see this city, pounds, and so on. So now the person may decide to, okay, no, I can't work with euro, and click on contact support, and you open a chat saying, hi, I want to pay with crypto for the AI training, and you send that to my partner on which you actually will attend to you. So these are ways you can actually build amazing stuff with AI automations at the back end. Ran for 6 seconds. Nobody even probably knows it ran for 6 seconds. If I didn't even show you this website or show you how it works, you would go in there, you pay, you won't even know all this thing actually works based off your input. You won't know. You just come in there, you select your country, you select your stuff, you get the payment information, and you actually make transfer to Jampit payment address. You get an email, you get I get notified that you actually came to my website and you actually filled out the inputs on my website. I get notified without you actually coming to me and saying I just filled out stuff like that. So all these are just customer journey, and that is one thing about website. Once you build the website for any client, they actually want you to actually automate the customer journey also. That as soon as a customer care coming to their website, maybe they purchase their stuff, they actually get a notification saying, "Hey, um, Nikki bought this product on our website. Olubukumi bought this product on our website." They actually want real-time notification. Each time I ran this automation now, I've run it up to maybe 5 or 6 times. I keep on getting emails saying, "Let me show you this." It's how many emails I've gotten. Welcome, new student payment information. I keep on getting congratulatory message saying, "Pop, new student registration. You can see this intermediate wire transfer $70." Each time I keep on running it, the person that filled the form gets information with the payment details, but they get information with the payment details, but at the same time also get notification saying this particular person with the person information saying this person has reached out, this person has reached out, and you can see the automation sends this message to me and my partner, two of us at the same time, saying this person has filled out this information, this person has filled out this information, this is their WhatsApp, and this is their payment reference. As soon as they make the payment reference, I can basically come in and say, okay, yeah, this is the payment reference of the person who usually fill the form. On my Google Sheet also, you can see this. You can see all of this. You can see each time I fill it, you see Morocco. Keep on getting all this information in milliseconds, in seconds. This automation ran for 6 seconds. This whole automation ran for 6 seconds and returned information to my UI. And I got the user got a payment instruction email to them. I also got a notification sent to me that, hey, a new student registered, be expecting a payment, this is their information, and this is their payment reference. So all these are just being done with an automation connected to a website. This is next gen. I assure you, this is next gen. You may particularly see this as something as little, but I assure you, if you have to do this like I had to do before formally and manually coding all these and manually coding each payment into this and using dynamic features that based off this return this. Each time I want to add new payment information, each time I want to add new payment information, I actually have to go into the code and start tweaking things, inputting the data, which may break later on. I need to start fixing things. But now with AI automations, I just come here to the switch node, add the specific output I want to add them in, edit this particular structure of the code I have, edit this particular structure, fill it out with the new information I want to add. And as soon as you just repeat the same process, I just keep connecting it here, keep connecting it to this particular process. I may have up to 100 account details. I just keep adding this code node, editing it, adding it here to my switch node, and it just keep repeating the same process for whatever the user input is. And this is actually this is more than powerful for businesses because now this is just the customer journey now. The person signs up, they get the appropriate account information to actually pay into on the UI. They get emailed the account information also in a beautiful HTML written code. You can see where is that. You can see this HTML written just based off the information. If for the US to be $70 for whatever it will be always dynamic. All these are just being put in dynamically. Let me show you the emails. Let me just show you the emails. These emails that goes out to the user. Welcome to AI career transformation. Payment instruction for your name. I just put that in the payment instruction for I just came in here and actually drag the name. Maybe name Andrew. You can see this now. Payment instruction for Andrew Few. So now you can see HTML and this is just the code. You can give this to ChatGPT. I basically wrote this using ChatGPT, went through it, see it was okay. And you can see all this information has just been put in manually, all the client information, all this information has just been put in, complete your information, all these have been put in dynamically. Some are static, but I'm just actually adding the client details to it. So you can see this is just HTML written to actually give that kind of feel, that beautiful feel you gave here. You can make it a text if you don't want to overcomplicate things. You can make it a text. You can give it to ChatGPT to actually write the email for you. write your email personally, use ChatGPT, just write it to an HTML for you. You not start mapping out stuff. So this is just the whole process. Important include this reference help us identify your payment instantly, Bitcoin support and all this stuff, all these are very very amazing. If you consider the the um the value delivers for businesses, the real time value deliver for businesses. Honorable are signing up for your school in a day. You are getting 100 notifications telling you about the people who signed up, where they are from, their personal information, maybe they have an issue, um, and also taking them to contact your support directly if they have an issue. You can come to an email, click contact support, take them to your support team. They can come to the landing page here. Click on support. They come to the landing page here. Click on support. It takes them to the landing page here. It takes them to whoever I want to take them to. Just a link. It's just a link. This is why with AI it becomes very very easier. Just have to put a link there. Once they click on it, they won't know it's a link. Once they click on it, you can basically see this. It's just API WhatsApp um with a message saying, "Hi, I just visited the Bondarex landing page. I'm interested in AI career transformation program. Are you helping me with more details?" Just by clicking a link, and they don't just send you DM, they are sent to your DM with a particular message. Now you know, okay, this is where you can have multiple websites, you can have multiple leads from Facebook, WhatsApp. Now, based off where they're coming from, you cannot say, okay, yeah, do what we call contact segmentation. You cannot say, okay, yeah, this person basically came in through my WhatsApp pipeline. This person basically came in through this website pipeline, came in through the website I have on Facebook, came in through the website I have on Instagram, came in through the website these are actually ways you can actually track conversions. Because basically when it comes to building for businesses, you target conversions. Once you start having conversions, you build on Instagram or WhatsApp, just like the example I did here. You have maybe a landing page on WhatsApp, on Instagram, on Twitter or wherever social media or on your ads, and you see one particular website is converting than the other. You as an engineer can now, okay, yeah, this is what is currently working. This is what is working best. I can now decide to, okay, yeah, I want to build all other websites based off this particular design and so on. Because when building a website, you have to consider a lot of stuff. You have to consider design. You have to consider UI. You have to consider UX. This is just something I built out myself personally, just for this class, and just start giving out people to actually share. So this is just how it works. The whole journey. I'll be able to explain the whole journey to you. And once it sends them my email, I also get an email saying just something simple. New payments confirmation, this is their information here, name. Exactly how it appeared on my email here also. New payment information, you can see this name, country, email, WhatsApp, knowledge level, beginner, all what you filled up, amount. I'm basically knowing, okay, this person, once I see the payment from this person, I'm like, okay, yeah, this person is international, this is the country, this is the information, and a lot of this stuff actually help. These are basically what you don't need to build out solutions that saves over 10 hours for users. You just need to build out solutions that actually converts for users, for clients, for businesses, for yourself. Maybe productivity hack that save you 5 hours a day, 2 hours a day. Once you combine 2 hours every day for over a month, that is basically for 10 days. That is 20 hours saved already. So all these are actually conversion based automations, conversion based websites, where basically you have all information, you have each of these information being returned dynamically, and just a lot of stuff being automated. Something simple that can sell, that can show business and give business analytics. Just having a real-time conversion message, a real-time notification message is a game changer for businesses. Some businesses have up to 1,000 leads coming in, 2,000 leads coming in every day. For them to actually monitor it is very, very crazy. Now I can make this a Slack, instead of actually sending me an email. I can make this a Slack message, a WhatsApp message, a Telegram message saying, hey, this person converted, the same message, new payment information, name, email, payment, reference, payment reference, and so on. So all these are what you can bid for clients, and they will pay you, assure you, based on their pockets and based on what they can offer, and based on the value you can actually show them. This can convert for them. I sure they can pay you up to thousands of dollars for something as simple as this. I did for myself for my for this class, and just something I did also to actually show you guys how all this works, and show you how all this actually works, the back end and so on. So yeah, I think that's all. If you have any questions, I've been saying a lot. I know I tried not to be too technical, but please, if you have any question, you can basically ask, and I will make sure to answer. So yeah, Nikki Oluwabukumi, if you have any questions, please, you can yeah we are sorry.
So I've been trying to get this AI, but I'm not getting it. Like the name on the Google. What's the name?
The name on the Google.
Yeah.
This automation teacher.
Yes,
This
yes, yes.
okay.
No,
This is
the
anything. What? Yeah.
yeah, this one, yes, this one.
Okay. Okay. You are curious about the app I use in building this, right? The AI
Yes,
coder.
sir.
Oh,
Yes,
okay. Okay.
yes,
Let
yes.
me. Okay. Okay. Let me share this to you. It's called Lovable, and they offer 5 free prompts every day. So in case you are not able to build it in a day, you can continue the next day. So I'm going to share it to here now. So please, if you have any questions, if you have any other questions, if someone have any other questions, yeah, if you have any questions can come in, please. I'll attend to that. Yeah, Larry, yeah,
So where did you send the link to?
I'm sending it. I'm trying to get a direct link
I was
to the
actually even trying
project.
to search for it, so I couldn't see it too.
Okay,
No,
love
not
it.
the
Let me
love
just
people,
start.
the one that has this Bandarek something.
This link,
Yeah, the
this
old
one.
Bandarek. Yes, yes,
Okay,
yes.
okay. I sent to the group also for people to sign up. I didn't know. Let me just
Mm-hmm.
send it here again to you, so you can actually test it out. Uh, I already sent that. So Mr. Larry, I saw you were actually using up your hand. Mr. Larry. Adiwale, I just this is the link to the Lovable. Okay, I think that should be all. If there's no longer any question. Yeah, nice to have you all on the meeting today. It was it is great having you coming today. Next week also we'll be having it at the same time. 7. Our classes is starting on Monday, 7 also. Mr. Larry, yeah,
So
I can
how
hear
many
you.
hours is the training?
The training will be 2 hours.
Okay.
Just 2 hours.
That's
Yeah.
7 to 9,
I'll try
right?
to yeah, 7 to 9. Yeah.
Sorry, Mr. Jamiu, this link is not opening.
Yeah. What link is that?
The AI, the link you sent.
App.
Yeah,
Yeah, app.
yeah.
This lovable.dev.
Okay.
Is it that one?
Yes. Okay. Yeah, it's opening. Thank you. I've seen it.
Okay, yeah. Yeah. So Mr. Larry, I guess you went already. Okay. So yeah, I think that'll be all for today. If anyone has any question, you can actually go through the website yourself. I can basically give you the prompt I use in building it if you're not familiar with AI Coda, but that will be later because I want us to actually get familiar with how all these things work and how they actually connect together. I basically connected everything using webhook. The front end sends information to the back end processes information and send it back to the front end. As simple as it seems, there are a lot of information, there are a lot of processes behind it, telling your website what to expect and actually having your backend return what's expected. So yeah, that would be all for today. If you have any other questions, you can basically just tell me. I will try to answer if I know it, and if I don't, so we'll talk about it together. So yeah, any other questions, please? Nikki, I haven't heard your voice. I don't know who is that. Please, Nikki, maybe you can just speak up. Let us know who. If you have any questions or you actually just kind of let us know who you are and okay, I guess that'll be all for today. If you have any questions, you can drop them in the group actually, and I'll be sure to respond to them as soon as possible. Any questions or anything or so that will be all for today. Thank you all. Happy New Month and I said Happy New Month, Happy New Week and blessed week ahead for all of us. So that'll be all. Bye and have a great day.
All right. Thank you.
Bye.